You're broke. And it's not because tuition is too high or because your part-time job doesn't pay enough. It's because of your habits. Every single day, you're bleeding money and pretending you don't see it. Stop scrolling. This video will hurt your ego, but it might also save your future. By the end of this, you'll either fix your life or keep making excuses. Your choice. Let me show you something. Pull up your bank account right now. Look at your balance. How does it feel? Stressed? Embarrassed? Confused about where it all went? Here's the reality. Your money isn't disappearing because of bad luck. It's disappearing because you have 7 money leaks that are draining you dry. And today, I'm going to expose every single one of them and show you exactly how to plug them. This isn't theory. This is a step-by-step breakdown of where your money is going and how to stop it. Let's start with the biggest leak most students don't even realize they have. Emotional spending, you're buying feelings, not things. Every time you feel stressed, sad, bored, or anxious, you spend money. And you don't even realize you're doing it. You had a rough week, exams, drama, stress, so you order food delivery 3 times, bubble tea twice, maybe a new hoodie you needed. Let's do the math. $15 delivery, $15 delivery, $12 delivery, $7 bubble tea, $7 bubble tea, $40 hoodie. That's $96 in 1 week. Do that every month? You just spent $1,150 a year on feelings. Not food, not necessities, feelings. Listen closely. That money could have been your emergency fund, your debt payment, your ticket out of living paycheck to paycheck. But instead, you traded your future for temporary comfort. And the worst part? You don't even remember half of what you bought. You can't even name 3 things you bought last month that actually improved your life. But you remember being broke. Funny how that works. Open your banking app right now. Look at last week's transactions. Circle every single purchase that was emotional, not essential. Add it up. Feel that? That's the cost of not controlling your impulses. Now set a rule. Wait 24 hours before any non-essential purchase. If you still want it tomorrow, fine. But most of the time, you won't. But emotional spending isn't the only leak. There's another one that's even more dangerous because it's invisible. Let me show you. The invisible drain. Subscriptions you forgot about. You're paying for things you don't use every single month, and you've completely forgotten they exist. Streaming service you share with your ex's cousin. Premium music app you never upgraded intentionally. Cloud storage you signed up for once. Fitness app you used twice. Gaming subscription you haven't touched in months. Let's say that's 10 or 12, 5, 8 or 15. That's $50 a month, $600 a year. For 5 years of college, that's $3,000. Gone. And you didn't even notice. That's a semester of groceries. That's 3 months of rent. That's a used car. Gone. Here's the truth. Companies design subscriptions to be forgettable. They want you to ignore them. They want that auto-renewal. They bank on your laziness. They're literally profiting off your inability to click cancel, and you're letting them rob you in slow motion. Wake up. Your bank account is leaking, and you keep pretending it's fine. Right now, go to your email. Search subscription, renewal, payment, billing. Write down every single one. Cancel anything you haven't used in 30 days. No guilt. No, maybe I'll need it later. And here's a pro move. Set a calendar reminder every 3 months to audit subscriptions again, because new ones will creep in. Okay, so you've handled emotional spending and subscriptions. But here's the thing. Even if you cut those, you're still going broke. Why? Because of leak number 3. No budget or financial chaos. You don't have a budget, you have chaos, and chaos always ends with you being broke. You get paid $800 from your part-time job. Rent takes $400, groceries maybe $100. Then, what? Where did the other $300 go? Coffee, Ubers, random online purchases, vending machines, late-night snacks, stuff you can't even name. By the end of the month, you're broke again, wondering what happened. You check your account and see $12. You feel that pit in your stomach, and you tell yourself, next month will be different. But it never is, because you don't have a system. You don't need more money. You need more discipline. You need a plan. Because right now, you're hoping things work out. Hope is not a strategy. Have you noticed how your money disappears? It's not magic. It's poor planning. And every month you repeat the same cycle. You know what that's called? Insanity. Open a notes app right now. Write down your income. Then write down your fixed expenses. Rent, bills, groceries, transportation. Subtract. Whatever's left, that's your discretionary money. Split it. 50% fun, 50% savings. That's it. That's your budget. Check it every single week. Sunday night, 5 minutes, review where you're at. That's how you build awareness. All right, now you've got a budget, but there's still a trap waiting for you, and it's designed to look like a solution. The payment trap. Buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later is a scam dressed as convenience, and it's destroying your finances. You see a $200 jacket. You don't have $200, but you can pay $50 a month for 4 months. Feels harmless, right? Wrong. You do this 3 times. Now you owe $600 spread across 12 payments. You forget one. Late fee, $25. Your credit score drops. And that jacket? You wore it twice. You just paid $625 for something you don't even care about anymore. This is where most people mess up. They think splitting payments makes things cheaper. It doesn't. It makes things easier to ignore. And companies know that. They're counting on you thinking, it's only $50. But it's never just one payment. It's 3, 4, 5 things all stacking up. And suddenly you're drowning. Delete every buy now, pay later app today. If you can't afford it in full right now, you can't afford it. Period. Save up. Wait. Buy it cash. And And if you already have payments, list them out. Pay them off smallest to largest. Kill them one by one. Now here's where it gets personal, because the next leak isn't about apps or subscriptions. It's about people. Social spending. Your friends are draining your wallet. Social pressure is bankrupting you, and you're letting it happen because you're afraid to say no. Your friends want to go out. Dinner, drinks, maybe a club. You're tired, you're broke, but you say yes anyway because you don't want to miss out. The night costs you $60. You didn't even have fun. You were stressed the whole time thinking about money. Do this twice a month? That's $1,140 a year spent on pretending you're fine. Let me be blunt. Real friends don't drain your wallet. And if your social life requires you to go broke, you're not building friendships. You're funding other people's good time while sacrificing yours. And here's what nobody tells you. They're probably broke too. But everyone's pretending. It's a race to the bottom and you're all losing. Next time someone invites you out, suggest a free alternative. Park hangout, movie night at home, potluck dinner, game night. If they say no, let them go without you. Protect your money. The right people will understand. The wrong people will leave. Let them. Okay, so you've cut the big leaks. But there's one more category of spending that's quietly killing you, and most people completely ignore it. Small daily expenses. Small expenses don't feel like a big deal, but they add up faster than you think. Energy drink every morning before class. $3 parking instead of walking. $5 a day, snacks between classes, $4, that's $12 a day, $60 a week, $3,020 a year. You just spent $3,000 on convenience, on laziness, on not planning ahead. Here's what kills me. You'll say you can't afford to save, you can't afford to invest, but you can afford $3 every single day on a drink that's destroying your health. Make it make sense. You're nickel and diming yourself into poverty. And the worst part? You think it doesn't matter because it's small. But small repeated is massive. Track your daily micro spending for 1 week. Every coffee, every snack, every small purchase. At the end of the week, multiply by 52. That's your annual micro spending. Now imagine that money in your savings account. Pick one micro expense to eliminate. Just one. Start there. Now here's the final piece. Because all of this, the emotional spending, the subscriptions, the social pressure, the small leaks, they all come down to one thing. The real problem. You're not thinking long term. Every dollar you waste today is stealing from your future self. And you're not connecting the dots. You're 20 years old. You waste $200 a month on random stuff. That's $2,400 a year. If you invested that instead at an average 8% return, by the time you're 30, you'd have over $36,000. By 40, over $117,000. By the time you retire, over $1 million. You just traded $1 million future for temporary nonsense you won't remember. Most people don't connect their daily choices to their future reality. They think, it's just this once, but it's never just once. It's every week, every month, every year. And then you wake up at 30, broke, wondering why life is hard. I'll tell you why. Because you chose comfort over discipline. You chose now over later. And now, later is here, and you have nothing. Open a savings account today. Separate from your checking. Set up automatic transfers. Even if it's $20 a week, even if it's $10, just start. Because the habit matters more than the amount. Future you will thank you. And trust me, future you is coming faster than you think. All right, let's bring this home. Here's your action plan. Not tomorrow, today. Step 1. Audit your spending. Last 30 days, every transaction. Write it down. Step 2. Cancel one subscription you don't use. Step 3. Set a weekly spending limit. Stick to it. Step 4. Open a savings account if you don't have one. Transfer something. Anything. And listen, comment below the one habit you're cutting today. Delivery instead of cooking. No more impulse buys. No more saying yes when you want to say no. Say it out loud. Make it real. And subscribe. Not for me. For the version of you that's tired of struggling, because every video on this channel is designed to slap your ego and fix your future. Don't just watch. Act. Let me paint you a picture. $100 saved every week, that's $5,200 a year. In 5 years, $26,000. That's not just money. That's options. That's freedom. That's the ability to say no to jobs you hate. That's the ability to move cities. That's the ability to take risks because you have a cushion. While everyone else is scrolling, buying, forgetting, and repeating, you'll be ahead. You'll have control. You'll have power. And here's the beautiful part. It doesn't require a big salary. It doesn't require luck. It just requires discipline, consistency, awareness. You didn't need more money. You needed more control. You needed to stop lying to yourself. You needed to stop making excuses. And now you know. So the question is, what are you going to do with this information? Are you going to close this video and go back to your old habits? Or are you going to be different? Are you going to be better? You don't need more money. You need more control. Now go take it.